Hi, advanced accounting students. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. I wanted to just touch base with you real quick about what our plan is for this week as well as the next 2 weeks when we're off and then once we get back from spring break. First, let's just talk about the weekly agenda that we have laid out here. The only thing I've added up here is that I am checking things outside of my office hours of 9 to noon, obviously. So if you need something, feel free to contact me on Remind 101. As far as this week then goes, of March 23rd to 27th, there's a few things I want to discuss with you. So the first thing is this Canvas attendance quiz. You'll notice that every day this week I have that on there, and every day after break I will as well. So the way this is going to work is I will have a quiz set up in Canvas that has a few questions. They won't be a whole lot of points at all, but the primary reason I'm doing it is so that I can take attendance to make sure you logged on every day and checked out what you needed to get done. So it's so that I can take attendance, not so much the grade that's crucial here. As far as other items then this week that we're doing, we're going to wrap up Chapter 12, so you'll take the test over 12 tomorrow. Finish up Mastery and Challenge today if you need to still do that. But then I wanted to speak to you real quick about Home Depot analysis. So you will be doing the Home Depot analysis for Chapter 12 and onwards. And the biggest change to start is that I want you to only do it for Home Depot from here on out. So do not, N-O-T, not do it for Lowe's. Only Home Depot. And for this chapter, it's pretty easy. It asks you 3 questions, and the first 2 are easy enough. Just fill them out and then answer. But then what I want you to make sure that you know is that as far as the third question goes, I want you to set up a table. Okay, so a table with these 2 dates on it, and then all this information going here across the side. So if you look at the side here, it says things like current installments of the long-term debt, the total of those previous 2 numbers, then total liabilities and equity, and then it asks you to compute the ratio. So I want that done in Excel as you would expect so that I can see formulas. So when you submit that assignment tomorrow to me for Chapter 12, it should be in Excel. Just answer the first 2 questions, and then on the third one, set up a table for me when you do submit it. The next thing that is on this agenda that I want to make sure that you understand is the Journal of Accountancy assignment. And I'm going to go into the assignment and show you here in a second. Then the other thing that I'll just note for the rest of the week, we'll start Chapter 13, and on Chapter 13 I will try to cut out some of the non-essential things and some of the practice that you get, so you'll start to see that from here on out. And I will give you a defined plan Friday on what we're going to do. The next thing, though, that's really important this week is the job shadow. So we talked about that I was not going to make you do the job shadow, which is true. You don't have to go there. But what I'm going to make do on Friday is that I need you to call and talk to somebody, preferably the one that you had tried to set it up with, and get the answers to those 25 questions that you had submitted. So you had asked and submitted 25 questions right here, the job shadow 25 questions. So I just pull that document up, call them, get answers to everything that they said, and then submit that on Friday. So I will create another assignment for that due on Friday. But then the other assignment I was talking about was this Journal of Accountancy article summary. And there are 3 different due dates here, and we'll talk about what each of these are, but I'm just going to go into the last one here so we can discuss what the pieces and parts of that assignment are. So it may take it a minute because my bandwidth is not great right now. So there we go. Multiple steps to the project. So the first step that you have to do is you have to pick an article, and you can start this today if you want or wait till tomorrow, I don't care. But you pick an article from your edition of the Journal of Accountancy, so you all got those on that last Friday that we were together. Make sure it's long enough so that you can summarize it into a page, which means it has to be longer than a page. I do not want it to be on any tax matters because you guys just are not really adequately skilled yet to discuss that stuff. It can be about financial accounting practices, so that's what I prefer. Anything on property and debt and equity and things that we've been discussing, revenue recognition, those would be the best without a doubt. But they can also be on technology matters if they're relevant to what we're doing, or accounting careers and things that you're interested in, kind of HR related matters. You can check with me if you're not sure. So that's today, tomorrow. Make sure you've chosen your article. The second step then is Wednesday. You will need to submit a written summary and analysis of the article. So be sure to include what edition you're using. Put a copy of that article in the document, and then link it to our class if you can. So make sure you summarize, realize that none of us have read it, make sure you explain it well enough in writing as well that I can understand it. Again, the written one is due Wednesday, March 25th. The third step is doing a video presentation then, and how it's discussing your article and how it's relevant to our class. It should be 3 to 5 minutes in length. So record that video and then upload it to YouTube, and then send me a copy of that YouTube link so that I can put it in a document, a Word document, to share with everyone on Friday morning in the Canvas page so that everyone can view your video. And that takes you that has to be done on Thursday, sending me the link. So that takes you to the fourth step, which is the presentation peer review. So you need to then watch every single one of those videos and provide feedback to each person with any questions you have, or what content related questions you might have had, or comments on how well they presented content. Okay, so we're not worried about their ums and ahs and things like that. That is the assignment that I'm looking at right now that is due then on Friday the 27th. So pick an article, write a summary, present it to class, give your feedback to everyone in the class. So to summarize this week then, you got to finish Chapter 12 stuff, including Home Depot analysis. Turn that in tomorrow and take the test tomorrow. And then Chapter 12 is behind us. And then do a quiz every day for attendance purposes. Do Journal of Accountancy article submissions Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Do your job shadow questions by Friday as well. And then we will Friday have a video again that kind of explains what our plan is over the break, as well as after the break when you guys are doing e-learning 3 days a week from then on. If you need things to do besides all of that stuff, you can get Chapter 13 and 14 key terms done and submit those. And probably start to find another Journal of Accountancy article, which we will do after break. Hope you guys have a great day. I sure do miss you, and we'll be in touch.